Hey guys, it's Adam, I'm back and it's time for another review, and this is a big one. It is the return of Doom, which isn't the name of the game. That actually sounds kind of stupid. It's just Doom, and it's on the Xbox One, PS4 and PC. So the question is the game stuck in 1993, back when the original came out, back when Jurassic Park came out, and back when Tom Hanks had AIDS? No. Is it stuck in 1993, or is it a modern game? Is it the game that Doom deserves here now in 2016? Let's find out. Let's start the review. Starting out, like we always do, with the graphics. And yeah, this game looks good. It's got everything you want from a modern day Doom game. The enemy design is grotesque and horrible and gory, especially when you start using the guns and blowing them to shreds. Oh, it's very, very well done. The guns themselves, again, look fantastic. I really like the fact that the character, when you pick up a new gun, he picks it up and he inspects it and he looks at it. It's like a little teaser before you actually get to use it yourself. And also, the environment. It's got those Doom environments that you love. Excellent lighting work as well, which the series is famous for, especially Doom 3. But yeah, it all comes together. The guns look fantastic, the enemies are awesome, and it all runs at 1080p, 60 frames per second across all platforms. And yeah, the game just looks stunning. Fantastic work by id Software yet again. Next up is sound, and as always I like to give you guys a little sneak peek of the sound so you can judge for yourselves. Here you go. Yeah, that's the sound. And if you're anything like me, you're going to feel a little bit assaulted by that sound, like I did the first time I played this game. Wow, the sound is excellent. It really punches you in the face, but in a good way. I'm trying to think of a good way you can get punched in the face. Margot Robbie. If Margot Robbie punched you in the face, there we go, that's what this game is like. It all comes together. I really like the guns, especially the shotgun like you hear there. It's got a real power to it. It's got real meat to it. When you fire that gun, boom, and it plows through enemies. It sounds awesome. And the music, I really like the music, how it adjusts. I mean, what you saw there was obviously a big action scene, and you know, they throw that sort of metal at you, sort of classic Doom style. But also, without giving anything away, any spoilers, but there are sort of creepier sections, more Doom 3-esque scenes or levels in the game, and then the music tones down a little bit and it gets a little bit creepier. So it adjusts, it all adjusts to whatever you are and whatever you're doing in the game. Much like the graphics, we have got some fantastic sound work here. Brilliant stuff. Next up, we move on to the most important aspect, and that is the gameplay. And a lot of people in the build-up to this game were asking, how is Doom even relevant anymore? This was the original, or one of the original FPSs, along with Wolfenstein. And people are wondering, you know, it's 2016 now. Every week we get a new first-person shooter pretty much. How does Doom stay relevant? That is the question. And for me, it does it, and it does it really well, by being, like I said earlier, an assault on the senses. This game is so fast, it looks so good, and it sounds brilliant, and it all comes together. It is that classic Doom gameplay. It's what you loved about the original Doom. It's what you loved about Doom 2, Doom 3, and it's all put together in a big bowl and stirred around, and you've got this, and you put some 2016 sheen on it, some lovely graphics, and some nice 1080p 60 frames per second, and it just works. The game assaults you graphically, the sound, it all comes at you, the guns, you're firing the guns, the music kicks in, and it's just, it's it's fast, it's frantic, and it's exciting, and it's fun. And a lot of first-person shooters these days get a bit bogged down in being serious or projecting a story or, you know, making you feel something. No, that is not what this Doom is about. This is about putting a gun in your hand and getting you to destroy enemies and destroy demons and basically have some gory, adult-rated fun with guns. I think that's the best way I can sum it up. And finally, we move on to the verdict, and I will quickly mention the multiplayer because I haven't been able to get onto the full servers yet, but I did put a couple of hours into the beta, and the multiplayer, it is fun, it's fast, it's frantic, much like the campaign. It's got the really good sort of map editor, which adds a little bit of extra to it, which a lot of other first-person shooters don't have. It's good fun. I don't think it's going to be up there with the Call of Duties and the Battlefields, but to be honest, I don't think anybody's expecting that. I think this will find an audience, and I think a lot of people will play and enjoy the multiplayer in this. It's really good fun. As for the campaign, yep, I really like this one, guys. I thought it was great fun. The best way for me to sort of sum it up for you and to give it this best sort of comparison in terms of quality is to compare it to its own brother, which was the Wolfenstein reboot from 2 years ago, which also came from Bethesda. And yeah, it does the same thing. It takes an old franchise, one of the oldest first-person shooter franchises, and it reboots it and rejuvenates it and brings new life to it. Completely different type of game. Wolfenstein is one of the rare examples of a first-person shooter focusing on story and doing it well, but also having the great gunplay. Doom, the story is, without giving anything away, you know, it's nothing that's going to tax your brain too much, but it's there and it works. But with Doom, it's all about that fast, frantic, fun gameplay, and it brings it with spades. To be honest, what you're getting here is pretty much exactly what you expected. You are getting a reboot of the gory, violent Doom series that you've wanted. But it has got elements of Doom 3 in there as well. You know, there is a little bit of horror here and there and a little bit of creepiness, and it brings them together. It takes the original Doom, it takes Doom 3, mixes them together, puts the modern 2016 polish on top of it, and this is what you've got. Throw in the multiplayer as well, and it's an excellent package, and this is a great game. As for the score, getting down to the business end of things, for me, this is a great package, guys. It's a great game, and you need to pick it up. It is a rock solid 9 out of 10 from me. An excellent campaign, an excellent multiplayer mode come together, and you've got the Doom reboot that we deserve. Fantastic game. Great work, Bethesda. Great work id Software. So there we go, guys. That is the review. Make sure you give us a like. Make sure you subscribe to us, and I will catch you next time.
I'm gonna run the DNA, check it against his med records.
What are you people working on up here?
We're analyzing bones, artifacts. We're not doing anything like this.
Then what the fuck is that?
It must be a genetic mutation. Something environmental or viral. I don't know. It may even be reversible.
It's irreversible.
Not necessarily.
Dr. Carmack's condition is irreversible. Because Carmack's condition is that he's dead.